Now, though, are Aston Villa the real deal?
It's Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0, and as they call him round here, Super John McGinn.
It's a thriller at the Villa. That's what we're probably looking for.
I think you cannot argue with the current form that Villa are in.
I certainly didn't think Leicester would win it. So, of course, they're title contenders. Absolutely they're title contenders.
It's the goal, and it's Leon Bailey for Aston Villa, and it's no more than they deserved. Manchester City have been wretched.
I don't think I've ever seen City be made to look that ordinary, and that's how good Villa were.
In the last 4 days, they've beaten the champions of Europe, and they've also managed to beat the league leaders coming into the Premier League today.
We can be contented, but there are another 7 top teams contended. But of course, we are in.
Aston Villa.
Let's get in there.
You couldn't possibly, and no Villa fan could have possibly seen the rise since Unai Emery's come in and Steven Gerrard's left. It's been unbelievable, isn't it?
Listen, we all knew Unai Emery was a top manager. You know, what he's done in Europe with Sevilla, Villarreal. Yeah, it was tough at Arsenal, didn't work out for him. But there's a reason why our owners went and paid compensation to go and get him. They knew, you know, it wasn't working under Steven Gerrard. We're not messing about with any other manager. We're going to get the best available. You know, Newcastle wanted him, and he decided not to join them.
That's right.
Before they got Eddie Howe. And yes, we didn't think this would happen, but we had a feeling it would be a lot better because there was a top group of players there. Wasn't working under Steven Gerrard. But now, I mean, we're in dreamland.
What is the major difference, do you think, between what he's getting this side to do and what wasn't happening before?
I think, listen, I never like to say a bad word about Steven Gerrard because I mean, he's a legend of the game. But when you look at them now under this manager, different games, you're seeing little tweaks. Different players playing a bit different role. You know, you can tell he's had time on the training ground with them. He's done his revision on the team he's playing. I hear from people I speak to at the club that he's not just there till 2 p.m. when maybe other managers would leave. He's there 7 till 7. He's there putting in the hours. He's in Birmingham. He's at Aston Villa to win things, to get the best possible result for the club. He's not here to come and, you know, let's go and see what England's about and look at different sites in London or tour England. No, he's here to work. And he's at Aston Villa to achieve what he wants to achieve and what the club deserves. And like, you ask any Aston Villa now, even when we lose a game, no problem. Lost to Forest, no problem. Because you know that the wins are going to come back the next game.
What is interesting with this Aston Villa side is a lot of people are saying, well, we won't win the league, or they won't win the league if they don't support them. I mean, it'd be an unbelievable achievement, and they're not, of course, favourites to win the league, but they're 2 points off Liverpool, top spot. No one's really flying and smashing it this season. They've got the same amount of points this stage this season that Leicester had when they won it. Other people say, yeah, but they haven't had key injuries. They might not.
Well, Mings and Buendia, key injuries.
Okay.
Could be starters on their day.
Okay. But big name players, like Ollie Watkins is massive.
Course.
You mentioned John McGinn as well. Massive.
Douglas Luiz
in the middle of the park.
Martinez.
These
our second choice goalkeeper's not very good. So Martinez would be a big miss if he ever got injured.
Can you win the Premier League?
I don't think we can. And I feel
Are you in the race?
Listen, it might be the sort of season, Andy, where like there's 4 or 5 teams in a title race because, you know, like you said, no one's running away with it. Man City are dropping points. Liverpool, Arsenal drop points, but I'm a realist. Leon Bailey done the interview after the game, and he says, "You know what? We're going to be humble. We're gonna go every game at a time. You know, we're not going to get carried away." John McGinn says, "You know, they're not used to this, so they know that other teams up there are used to it. Liverpool's, the Manchester Cities. Can we win the league? I don't think we can. Can we get in the top 4? I hope we can. But even if Aston Villa finish 5th or 6th, it's an outstanding season. And the squad of players we've got there, no one's getting sold. Jack Grealish left because of a release clause. These owners, loaded. So in January, we can bring in a couple, or in the summer, bring in a couple more players and go again next season. We're a stable club now.
There are some sides, mine included, that when they want to bring in players, they buy what they class as ready-made products. I don't get the feeling that Aston Villa are going to splash. A bit like Newcastle. Everyone thought they'd go crazy and spend 80, 90, 150 million pounds. They haven't done that. I see Aston Villa very similar, that with Unai Emery there, who can coach and get the best out of young players coming through, that's where I see them going. There'll be no immediate rush for them to get a big name.
Not at all.
But here's my question. If come January, I know we're not that far of it a few weeks ago, but if they're maybe top of the league, right? And they've got no key injuries, and you think maybe one or two players, if they come available, they could be the difference between fifth and third, or fifth and fourth, whatever. Do you see them going for it?
100%.
You do?
These owners, mate, they went and paid compensation to get the manager, and the manager has rewarded the owners with what he's done so far. If he goes and says, I want this player, and financial fair play allow Aston Villa to bring in these players, he will get the money he wants. He's been after them. I think it's Nico Williams, striker that plays in La Liga, Atletico Bilbao. He's been wanting him. Didn't happen in the summer. He's maybe one that he could get and think to themselves, you know what? Watkins done outstanding, but what if he did get an injury? Touchwood doesn't happen. We've only got Duran, who's a young striker who's decent but needs a bit of time. So maybe that's someone that he might go back in for. We don't know, but if he wants a player, he's going to be given the money if it's available with financial fair play. That's where Aston Villa are, and we can, as Aston Villa fans, look at it and say, wow, if you look at the season so far and you look at the year starting in January, Villa would be third behind Arsenal and Manchester City in a league table from January to now.
You're third.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if you looked at a table from January till now, forget about
calendar year.
Yeah, calendar year. Sorry,
right, okay.
That's what the table would look like.
Yeah.
What Manchester City would be top, Arsenal second, Villa third of the calendar year.
Yeah.
So they've got what it takes, mate. And what I love about him, Andy, is that Manchester City, we pull it on their toes. It's the worst I've seen Manchester City play. They had 2 shots. Their last shot was in the 11th minute.
Yeah.
They had 21, 22 shots against them. I think that's the joint most the Pep Guardiola team's ever had shots against them. And even the substitutions against Arsenal, different sort of game. Arsenal are on us. But they
had lots of chances, Arsenal.
Of course.
On another day. The one Odegaard put onto his left peg.
But maybe Aston Villa needed Arsenal to score to wake up.
Yeah.
I was saying when I was watching the game
I'm taking nothing
here,
away from
of
Villa.
Course, I'm watching the game here. I'm saying to Jamie, like, I feel like Villa are waiting for Arsenal to score sort of to wake up. Maybe they used to, like, you know, if Arsenal scored, they'd wake up again and go again. But some of the changes, he knew his players were tired. What does he do? Moreno come on for Digne.
Yeah,
Cash comes on for Konsa. Diaby come on for the injured Leon Bailey. Then Donker, not played much all season. What does he do? Bring him on for Kamara. Get in there, rat around, use your energy. Jacob Ramsey for Tielemans. You know, still Zaniola, Duran, Longley on the bench. So he's made the right change at the right time. That's what top managers do. They notice that the players are tired, so you make changes.
Let me ask you, during your time at Villa under Martin O'Neill, you qualified for European competition 3 times in a row.
Yes.
This year is probably the best for the club since then. How far off that squad is this current squad?
I think man for man, they're a better team than the team I played in.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've done a combined 11. Between the team that
You've
I
got that in
played
front
with,
of you?
yeah, with the Martin O'Neill era, 2007 to 2010, and goalkeeper Brad Friedel.
Nigel Spink? Oh,
yeah, imagine Martinez for me. I think he's the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment.
Over who?
Brad Friedel. Friedel was a good shot stopper, but wasn't as good as obviously the keepers now with their
your
feet.
goalkeeper's amazing.
Yeah, Martinez. Left back's tough. You know, we had Freddie Boomer top left back, Stephen Warnock decent player, but Digne and Moreno top left back. So I'm going to go Digne with the form that he's in at the moment. Martin Larsson gets in just in front of Konsa on the right side because Martin Larsson was outstanding on his day. No one got past him. The left side centre half, I'm going to have to go Torres. For me, when I watch him play, mate, he's the defender that you can tell the manager just wanted. When he's on the ball, mate, he just sets up attacks, doesn't give the ball away. Outstanding coming out from the ball.
So calm when he's on the ball.
You know, and you know what else, mate? He can, like, read the game as well defensively. He's getting used to the Premier League, can read it. Matty Cash, right back for me. I think he's a very good right back. This is the tough one in midfield. I've gone for a midfield 5 of Ashley Young has to be in there.
Well, you're playing him on the right?
On the left-hand side.
Oh, to cut in.
37 goals for Aston Villa and 52 assists. Underrated. He was outstanding for Aston Villa.
Underrated for who? Villa or just as a player?
As in general as a player, the career he's had, still playing now at Everton.
Underrated?
Yeah, I think he's been an outstanding player.
I agree with
still
you,
playing.
Okay.
And I think he deserves to be in there. I've got Douglas Luiz, John McGinn, and James Milner and Gareth Barry. We can't forget what James Milner and Gareth Barry, what they were like for Aston Villa. Gareth Barry was outstanding. Milner was outstanding. Got his move to Manchester City from Aston Villa. And Ollie Watkins up front, I think is
There's no Gabby Agbonlahor in there.
No. Watkins, a lot better player than me.
you
clinical.
think so?
Yeah, you know what I like about Watkins, mate, is that he's clinical now, works hard, can score any sort of goal. He runs as well. He's got what I didn't have as a striker, and sometimes you can't be built into you. He's got you have a midfielder take the shot off the keeper. He's there for the rebound. I didn't have that. I sort of be on my toes a little bit, but that's my combined 11.
Is Ollie Watkins good enough for Champions League football?
100%. 100%. Mate, he's getting into England squad now.
No, I know.
I think he's good enough. And you know what I loved, mate, about the goal against Arsenal, finishing on this? Every player touched the ball apart from Digne, the left back. Because of the result and maybe the drama
goal
of the game, the team goal, that's how they want to play. Everyone touched the ball. Torres wraps it into Watkins. Watkins sets it off.
Yeah, you're playing wonderful football.
It's wonderful football to watch.
Yeah.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.